We're on. Hello and welcome everybody to the Lobbycast, the official podcast of this room. How you doing over there, Brick?
I'm doing good.
Welcome to the party, Brick.
Nope.
Nope. All right, so this is episode 332. Today is July 3rd.
It is.
There will be fireworks tonight, tomorrow, the next day, for the foreseeable future, at least a week. It's usually how Denver rolls.
Generally speaking, yes.
Yep. Everything going on with you? Do you have any news for us?
Not terribly. I will give somewhat of a report of my findings from Comic-Con.
Oh, excellent.
Probably not next week, but the week after. Because it is next week.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Sounds good. I know you are struggling with the decision right now whether or not to get ESO or the Handsome Jack collection.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're all playing ESO.
It's true.
But I wasn't
We're all actively playing ESO.
Yeah, which is kind of astounding.
Yeah.
But I was not a big fan of the PC version. Like, it was okay, and I liked it, but I don't know if I loved it enough to buy it again.
Yeah, this one feels more like Skyrim.
Even though I really didn't buy the first one. I
No.
won it. I won the collector's edition on a bet, so I really...
Oh, nice.
So,
that's not bad.
So I didn't really have to spend money on it yet.
Well, and that's something that's changed a little bit since you got that is that the game's gone free to play. So
yeah,
there are gonna be some things that you had to deal with then that you don't have to deal with now.
Like paying for it month to month.
That's a big one. It not being $16 a month for you to play with your friends is a huge deal. And it's not like Neverwinter where you have to pay separately for every little thing.
It's actually a lot of stuff included.
I haven't paid for anything yet. You get 8 character slots right off the bat, and you don't have to pay to get into different areas like you did for Lord of the Rings Online. It feels like Skyrim.
I mean, I could probably get into that.
Yeah. And talk to Erin about it too. She'll have an opinion because she owns both games.
I know, and and that's another thing. And I know this sounds like I'm just making excuses, but it's only because I am. I don't want to get burned out on Bethesda before November.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm going to be playing a lot of the Fallout 4s.
Yeah, I bet you're going to do exactly that.
I'm going to do a lot of that. Like, that's going to be a thing for a while.
No, I think that's a valid concern. It's not a concern for me.
Because, I know they're very different.
Yeah.
But they're also very much the same.
Sure.
And I am so excited about Fallout 4. I'm containing my excitement.
Nicely done in the monotone voice. The Stephen Wright voice.
I'm so excited about this game.
So are you leaning Handsome Jack then? It kind of sounded like you were leaning Handsome Jack.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of leaning ESO, to be totally honest.
We'll talk to Erin.
It's so
talk to Will and Erin. Much. They own both, and they'll be able to help you out with
it. Well, and Will already told
me because I don't have.
Will already told me Handsome Jack.
Did he?
Yeah, and Lou.
Was that when he was having problems with the game?
No. This was this past Sunday when we were rolling.
Oh, okay.
Because I ran the question by everyone, and
okay.
And he said Handsome Jack.
Really?
And I really want both.
Wow.
And there's a chance that I could get both because I have the $50 credit from Arkham Knight Batmobile Edition never being released.
Right.
And then I have a $50 gift card that I got from work And so if I like traded in one game with the combination of those, I could get both probably.
Oh, here's a better question. What would you trade in?
Probably Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, I didn't know you bought that one.
I did. And I played it for like 10 minutes.
Really?
I mean, it was fun, but I have better ways to spend my time.
Yeah, it didn't look like my kind of game, so I never really.
Yeah, I mean, somebody at the game store, like it was like $30 used, and they sold it really well when I was in the store, and so I was like, okay, I guess I'll pick it up. And it was all right. I mean, if I literally didn't have anything else to play, then I would play it.
You know, the only person I've ever even heard talk about that game is Danny from Gamertag Radio.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of a strange thing to me.
I mean,
even heard you talk about it, but then you didn't play it. You just had it.
Yeah, I mean, I had it, and I didn't really play it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would definitely be the one, because like there's other games that I haven't played in a long time, but I don't want to give them up because they're really, really good, and I know that I would play them. Like I have Alien Isolation still, and I barely played anything into that.
Sure.
And I really want to. And then there's Wolfenstein. I only got
Which
about
is good.
It
I
is
didn't buy
good.
that when I had rented it.
It is good, and I only got about halfway through it, and so I don't want to let go of that.
Sure.
And I love Rise, and I know I would play through it again.
Rise isn't worth anything anyway.
It's not. Yeah, it's a launch title.
Yeah,
and it's a really pretty looking game.
Worth like $5 or $7. It's worth keeping for $5 or $7.
Right, because it's a pretty game, and it's pretty fun to play.
Finish that one.
I definitely finished the story because the story's not that long. It's pretty.
I just don't remember. I know I played it a lot right when I got the system, but
yeah, and then I've got The Last of Us remastered, but I'll always go back to that.
Sure.
So I don't want to sell that. So Sunset Overdrive is like the logical choice because it would probably put that $100 over the edge into the point where I could get both. Because Handsome Jack's only like $50, and then ESO 60.
Yeah,
so with tax and everything, that should shove it over the edge. Yeah,
yeah, you'll be mostly free for both of those games.
Mostly free, if not completely.
Right. So there's some deals going on with the official Microsoft store where you can get an Xbox One, the new version with the 1 terabyte hard drive, the new controller, Assassin's Creed Unity, Master Chief Collection, a game of your choice, and a $50 gift card right now.
For how much?
For the $3.99.
Are you're
getting so much stuff for it?
Does it have the Kinect with it?
No, it's the 1 terabyte hard drive.
Okay, so
that's the higher end thing that you're getting with it.
I would seriously consider just unplugging the Kinect from my 500 gig one.
Yeah.
And trading it in.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely
and just swapping them out, because that's a bunch of games.
It is, but you already have those games.
I don't have Unity anymore. I never played it.
Unity, I think, is an actual physical copy.
Like that one was a complete waste of money because I bought it. I don't think I even installed it. Like I bought it and then traded it again. I bought it and traded it in.
Yeah, my copy of Unity is still in the box.
So I just lost money on it and did not get any entertainment out of it whatsoever.
I've driven that off the lot.
Oh, I really shouldn't have, because like I bought it and then I forget something came out or something like that I was more interested in playing.
Sure.
And
Unity broken.
Yeah, and Unity was just getting horrible reviews across the board from everyone that I knew that played it.
It was probably Wolfenstein.
It might have been. It might have been Wolfenstein, or it might have been Alien Isolation. I don't know. Or Shadow of Mordor.
Oh yeah,
too, because I played that for a stint. But yeah, that's a crazy good deal.
Yeah, it really is.
And I have Master Chief Collection, but I would trade that in too.
And if you get the bundle that's the 500 gig, then that's another $50 cheaper. Then,
my God.
Yeah. So
I mean, because you get the $50 gift card too, so you could buy pretty. I mean, you get what Master Chief, Assassin's Creed Unity, another game of your choice,
correct, and then a
$50 gift card. So you essentially get 2 games of your choice. Because I mean, it's like another $10, $15 for
absolutely
another game. That's crazy pants. How long is that?
Pants. I'm not gonna do it though.
You're not gonna do it?
No, I was thinking about doing it, but but I looked at it and what I really need or what I want a second system for, and it's so I can play whenever the girls are watching their terrible television shows.
Yeah.
But I could get the same benefit by buying a Roku, and they could watch Amazon, Hulu, Netflix on the Roku.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about buying an extra one. I'm talking about trading in your current one for it, because it's just such a crazy smoking deal.
I don't need to do that. I bought an extra hard drive. I added on a terabyte hard drive.
I mean, I could do that.
$60.
I could do that too. Yeah. But the thing that is crazy about it is that you get the built-in terabyte, plus you get the new controller,
right? Which
is an amazing looking controller.
No. It's not the Elite controller. You don't get the Elite controller with this. You just get the new Xbox One controller that has the headset jack in it rather than having to use the adapter. That's the only difference with this one.
Oh, okay, but still.
No, the Elite controller is $150 by itself.
But still, you get the built-in terabyte.
Yeah.
But the thing that's really doing it for me is the Master Chief Unity and then the $50 gift card, because that's like a free game.
And it's just,
and the game of your choice. It's like 2 free games.
I mean, I'm obviously not too excited about Assassin's Creed Unity.
Right.
It's way too late for me to return that unopened copy. Because I got it from Target.
I mean, and I have
Amazon. If I'd had Amazon, then I could have done it.
I have the Master Chief collection, but I would just trade that in for more credit.
Yeah. I have it also, and that has cured me of ever buying another Halo game for sure. Because I started playing it and it's just terrible.
Well, I mean, yeah, they really didn't do a good job with it, but that's not the point of it.
I didn't buy Halo 4 either.
Well, yeah, that's just because you're lame and stupid.
I'm just over a Halo.
You're just lame. That's all. The sooner you admit it to yourself is the sooner that I'll stop saying.
I played 4 Halo games. And that's good enough.
Yeah, you
played.
That's
good enough.
The fourth one that you played was the wrong one. Yeah. That ODST was the big mistake there.
Yeah, I should have just rented Master Chief Collection 2. I shouldn't have paid for it.
Because Halo 4 was amazing.
Ugh. Just can't do it anymore.
My favorite all time is 2.
Yeah,
but 4 is a close.
That was
second.
the last one. That was the last one that I liked. It was 2.
But 4 is a really close second. They did a fantastic job with that game. As soon as they shifted over to 343, 343 took the reins, and it was really good. Granted, they pooed the bed on the on the Master Chief collection. But now that all the glitches, I've heard that all the glitches and stuff are fixed out of it, and so I'm willing to get back.
6 months later, it's fixed.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's not awesome at all, but I'm willing to jump back into it because I love those games. I love the series, and so if I can. And those games, like just the single player versions of those games themselves, those always worked. It was the multiplayer that really was horrible, which is terrible because Halo's known for its multiplayer being good.
Right.
And so screwing that up is almost worse than screwing up the campaigns.
Yeah.
But now that it's all fixed, I would totally be willing to jump into a legendary playthrough with any one of you guys. I mean, me and Jordan really tried. We tried like 4 times, and it never connected us.
I am just not that good at Halo Legendary anymore. I couldn't get through the cafeteria.
No, I'm not that good at it either, and I don't think Jordan is either. I think we're all dreadfully out of practice.
Yeah.
But that being said, I would still enjoy doing it just to, just like a level every now and again.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the news. We can burn through some things. I really don't have a whole lot on the list. Speaking of pooing the bed, apparently Batman Arkham Knight for the PC is just horribly broken.
Yeah, it is. I don't have it for PC. I have it for Xbox One.
Oh yeah,
thankfully.
and you're fine with Xbox One or PS4 version.
I'm more than fine with it. We'll get to that in playing.
But yeah, the PC version, I don't even know what's wrong with it. People are just screaming that it's horribly broken.
Yeah, it's so broken they took it off of Steam to fix it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just delay the release of it? Just put out the console
Well, I mean,
versions?
because I guess they could have for just the PC version, but they had already delayed it.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to come out in October of last year. That was when it was after they announced it at last year's E3. It was slated to come out in October, and then like a month before its release, they pushed it back to June.
Yeah.
And so that was frustrating, but it was worth it. It was well worth the wait. They did a really good job with it.
Excellent. Going back to some news that we had talked about earlier, Ava DuVernay, the director of Selma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that she had turned down doing the Black Panther movie.
No.
Yeah, there's a rumor out there that she was going to be the director, but she looked over the project and turned it down. So she is not actually attached to that movie.
Did she wanted to make too many changes to the source material? Because that's kind of...
I don't know. She did cite some creative differences about where she wanted to go with the character.
I mean,
if you fight with Marvel,
I'm just
what you want to do with their characters, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Just ask Joss Whedon.
Well, and I have my criticisms about Selma.
Sure. Okay. I haven't seen it.
I mean, it was a really good movie, and I think she did a really good job with it. But I think she did some things that were overblown just for the sake of making it more dramatic, and I didn't feel that it was necessary because the story itself
is plenty dramatic.
Yeah, the story itself is plenty dramatic, and I felt like for instance, I felt like she made like LBJ like this big villain to make it, and he wasn't back then,
right?
And and like he was a little bit, and she made him into like this big villain until like the very end of the movie when he tells George Wallace off. And I felt like she made George Wallace like this kind of just purely racist, stupid character, when in reality he was super racist. There's no question about that.
Oh no, he was super racist.
But he was smarter than his character, than Tim Roth's character would lead you to believe that he was.
Okay, I gotcha.
And so like it was just things like that I felt like you didn't have to change them.
Right.
Like it would have been fine, if not better, if you would have just stuck with the original source material.
Sure.
Then try to make these changes to make it more dramatic. It didn't work for me. But it was decent. I mean, like overall, I think it's a good movie. But honestly, the best part of that movie was Common and John Legend's song. that was genuinely the best part of that movie.
Moving on from there, for those of you watching the Shenmue Kickstarter, you now have the option, or backers now have the option of choosing a physical or digital copy of the PS4 version of the game, rather than just physical or digital copy of PC version of the game.
Okay.
So that's something. And there's a limited edition packaging, the backers edition. And so it has like a special slip cover, basically. Ooh. Yeah. To show that you gave your money in a different way than just purchasing the game.
Yeah, because those people are so much more important.
Yeah. Anyway, Red Bull, their Destiny codes have been hacked. So that
Good.
you,
I hate everything about this story already. Red Bull and Destiny. It just screams of douchebag and horrible gaming.
Yeah, and so the deal was that you could buy Red Bull from 7-Eleven. I think it's 7-Eleven exclusive. And you would get a code that you could put into your copy of Destiny, and you'd get access to a special mission, and you'd also get bonus XP. Well, they weren't very diligent about the security measures on their codes. And so people very quickly started doing a random code generator, creating random code generators. And so they're single-use codes. And so now these random code generators are using the codes that are legitimately on the Red Bull. And so now those codes aren't working because people are using them up. So it was a huge misstep on their part.
Oh, that's great. Good for hackers.
Yeah, and
I shouldn't say that.
I don't care about things like this. A lot of people don't like stuff. There's like, you have to buy Red Bull
to get an exclusive
thing, and that doesn't bother me because is it any different than paying $5 for that thing? Now if you drink Red Bull anyway, then it's no imposition whatsoever. If you don't drink Red Bull, then you just look at it as you're
just buying
paying
the code
for the code, and then give somebody else that Red Bull.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people do.
I have all kinds of problems with Destiny.
Sure,
because it's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't played Destiny in a very long time.
Good. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, if you can make a vow that you will sell Destiny and never play it again, I'll buy ESO today.
Yeah, I can't say that I'll never play it again because I want to at least check out the content that's coming this fall.
I just want you to make that because it's for my own Machiavellian reasons.
I could, because I could sell this copy and vow to never play it again, and then buy the collector's edition whenever the new content comes out, because that's really a good deal, because you get Destiny and all of the expansions, including the upcoming $40 one for $60.
I still hate it.
No, I know. I haven't been in a huge rush to get back to it. I've had other things to play.
Well, I mean, because it's just it's everything that I don't like about a video game,
which is weird because it's a lot like Halo,
except for one difference. Halo's got a really good story.
That's true.
Destiny's got a story. It's not that great.
Well, and that's what the new expansion is supposed to bring back to, or bring to Destiny, is more of a cohesive storyline.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I'm glad that.
I mean, that's a long ways off.
I'm glad that Bungie decided to release a game without a story, because they didn't care enough to. They were like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll just release this game, and then these idiots will play it." It's just a point and shoot raid game until we can, get our heads out of our ass and come up with a story.
Right. Right.
I mean, that was my biggest problem with it, is because I bought it and then I got it, and it was essentially just like it was like a dungeon crawler, but with Halo guns.
Right. There was a story, but if you did not play the game in order,
it didn't make any sense.
And you had the freedom to go pretty much anywhere you wanted.
And Bungie is the creator of Halo.
Yeah.
One of the greatest stories in game history. I mean, granted, 343 has done a really good job of continuing that.
Yeah.
But they started it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best. It's one of my favorite stories. Playing through any series of games. And It's just it disappointed me to see them do something so lazy like Destiny.
Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism. It was fun while I was playing it, but I don't know if I'll ever go back to it.
Yeah, and I had some fun with it too.
Yeah.
But then I realized what it was, and then I was done real quick.
Right. Let's see. Do you want to go ahead and get into the weekly watches?
Sure.
Okay. What you listening to, sir?
The Andy Daly podcast pilot project.
And
It's
continues
good.
to go well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've released any new episodes. There were like 7 episodes, but they're all like an hour and 45 minutes apiece. So they're long episodes.
Yeah, so you definitely have multiple listenings to get through one.
Yeah, I'm on the last one because that's all I listen to at work.
Oh, okay.
And I'm there for 8 hours. And lately I haven't been taking lunches. I've just been eating at my desk. So I'm burning through them pretty quickly, actually.
Oh, okay. All right.
But they're good. I mean, they're really funny. It's I just wish they would make more because, otherwise I might have to listen to another podcast, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Fair enough. What else? That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've literally just been listening.
Oh, just listen. Okay. Yeah. I listened to Gamertag Radio number 491, and it's I think it's their first full one after E3. They were talking a lot about Destiny and that kind of nonsense. I listened to episode 547 of Major Nelson Radio, and that was their post E3 show, and that did a little bit of follow up there. Listened to an episode of Fat Man on Batman.
What?
So nice. And then I started an episode of Remember When, but that was today, and I didn't quite get through it. So I like that show. It's their first one. It's Paris has been doing Remember When for a while. They don't really record on a regular basis. But now that he's back from E3, because he's part of Gamertag Radio now, they had a chance to record an episode. Well, what you watching, sir?
Not a lot, because when I've been home this week, it's been dedicated to more of my playing, which I'll get to.
Excellent.
But from what I have watched, I watched an episode of Marin, which was really good. I very much liked this episode. It was him and his 15-year-old niece was visiting him. And so he's trying to connect with her, get her interested in something. And she's interested in these YouTubers, because that's a thing with stupid young people nowadays. And so I saw
this episode of South Park.
Yeah, exactly. With PewDiePie, and she actually mentions PewDiePie in the thing. And so he takes her, Andy Dick knows this guy that's a YouTuber, and I don't know if the guy's real, but if he is, oh my God, I want to punch this guy in the face. Everything that was coming out of this guy's mouth just made me want to hit something.
Okay.
It was so bad, but I really enjoyed the episode because Mark was getting just as old man angry at him as I was. And then I watched the newest episode of True Detective because I can't not watch that. I have to watch that.
I ran out of time. I was gonna watch it.
I didn't watch *Halt and Catch Fire*. I'm 2 episodes back on that.
Okay.
I'm 2 episodes back on *Ballers*. I want to start watching that because I have a feeling it's going to be good, but I haven't seen an episode yet, so I don't know.
What's that one about?
That one's with The Rock, and he's like a former football player, and now he's running this agency for new players coming into the league and stuff like that.
I hadn't heard anything about that.
And it's on Sundays, I think after or before True Detective.
Okay.
But it's a 30-minute show. And so I'm a couple episodes back on that.
Oh, just a 30-minute comedy then?
Yeah, something like that. It's not like a full-on drama. And then there's The Brink, which I want to start watching. It's Jack Black and Tim Robbins and a few other people, and it's like a like a political kind of comedy thing that HBO's doing too. And that looks kind of funny, but I'm a couple episodes back on that because I haven't watched it. And Halt and Catch Fire. Did I say Halt and Catch Fire?
You said yes.
Okay. And so like those I have not put any time into,
right?
Because of my playing. But gotcha. I watched an episode of Marin just offhand, and then I watched The Daily Show because it's, you know, I normally watch it, but we're entering the final weeks of Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like they're on a break, and then when they come back, it's 3 weeks, and then he's done.
No more, and then
no more Jon Stewart. The time of was it Trevor Noah? I think is coming in.
Yeah,
and he's a funny guy. I like him, but I don't know. Like I was hoping that it was going to be like Jason Jones, like or Sam B. I really liked them. Like they were really great correspondents for The Daily Show, but they left.
Okay.
To do other things. I'm also really excited for Stephen Colbert's what's the Late Show.
Yeah, that should be good.
He's been doing like a bunch of like YouTube and online videos to
get ready
like ramp
for it.
up, and they're really funny.
Right on.
So, but yeah, so 2 things I watched this week.
All right, sounds good. I finished up the first season of Sense8. That's the Wachowskis.
Yeah, Blaine said that was really good.
It started off a little weird, but it did definitely get better.
Really? Because the Wachowskis have been really disappointing lately.
I mean, some of the stuff that they did in there were just controversial for the sake of being controversial, and I will mention that off air. But you know, it was okay. It's really kind of an origin story, and they can go a number of different ways now that they're out of their first season. So
okay, I mean, just because like Cloud Atlas was okay, like I actually enjoyed that. But that Jupiter Ascending, I didn't even see it, but I watched the honest trailer to it, and they literally tell you the entire story during the honest trailer, and I have no interest in ever seeing that movie.
It didn't spark my interest at all either.
Like I think the best description they gave it was watch as Eddie Redmayne gives us all a reason to revoke his Oscar.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I watched the second episode of Killjoys, and this one, the second episode was a little less Firefly-esque, but still in that same vein, that type of TV show.
Okay. Yeah, you can just... Did you wait? This is something I felt like
it's still like Firefly. It just wasn't quite as Firefly as
this is something I felt. I don't know why I thought of this, but this is something I felt like we should have mentioned in news. Was the first look photos for Batman versus Superman?
I see. I could have sworn that I've seen pictures of those characters, but I mean, all 3 of them before. We've seen pictures of Wonder Woman. I don't know why this one was that big of a deal.
Did you see also the first look photos of Deadpool?
No.
Yeah, it's like first look of like Ryan Reynolds in the Deadpool suit.
Cool. Yeah, but I've seen that before too.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen him in a Deadpool outfit before.
I haven't.
Yeah, he did like that little like the stunt or test footage, and it was out like 3 or 4 months ago.
That was CG.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, that was computer generated. This was like photos of him like in the actual suit.
Oh, okay.
Like for the live action stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I'm excited.
Right.
I love Deadpool.
Right on.
But sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's okay.
Your Killjoys.
I was done with Killjoys anyway. Continuing on through my first season of Bosch, and that one's pretty good. Humans, I've been watching. About 3 episodes into that one.
Okay, yeah. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. And that's the
AMC
robot
show.
robot helper show. But
The,
things will go badly.
the AMC Robot Helpy Hour.
Yeah, the Helpy Hour. And then Halt and Catch Fire. I think I'm still one episode behind on that one, but I am getting ever so close.
Still enjoying it?
Yeah,
like
it's good.
as much as the first season? Mind you, I'm 2 episodes back.
Yeah, it's the same, I think.
You don't think it's any better or worse?
No.
Okay.
It's about the same. I still really like Cameron.
Yeah, she's a solid character. I think my favorite character now is Gordon's wife.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what her name is, though.
Yeah, I don't either.
But the girl from Red State.
Right.
And Argo, actually.
And Argo.
Gordon and her were actually married in Argo, too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? They played a couple in Argo, and then they played a couple again in Halt and Catch Fire.
That's funny.
The casting director just must have been like, "Oh, that'll work."
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, all right. What you been playing? If this is your big segment,
Arkham Knight.
Lots and lots of Arkham Knight.
Lots. That's pretty much how I spent my whole week. And then I watched a few things here and there. But I guess I watched Tammy too. I found that I walked in from walking my dog, and it was just on HBO, and I was cleaning up around my place, and so I just left it on, and it wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it seems pretty horrible.
It did. That's why I never ventured out to see it.
Right.
But it was just on, and I was cleaning up, and it was. I mean, it had its moments that were kind of funny.
Okay.
But for the most part, it was just as bad as you might think it would
be.
And then, but yeah, Arkham Knight, it's really, really, really good. The story is very, very good. I love Scarecrow. I love how they designed Scarecrow. If I could cosplay with really good cosplay as that Scarecrow in Arkham Knight, that would be awesome. Because he looks just terrifying in the game. And the guy who does his voice, I don't know who it is, but it sounds a lot like the dude from Fringe. The old British guy from Fringe.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot like him.
John Noble?
I'm pretty sure it's not him, but it sounds a lot like him.
Is that his name?
I don't know. But
yeah.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And so he's really good, and just the whole game is fantastic, and they did a really good job with the Batmobile and all the side missions are based on villains, so you can go around and you close Penguin's weapon caches, and that's what you do. That's your missions that you do with Nightwing.
Okay.
And then you have some missions with Robin and stuff like that, and you have some Riddler missions with Catwoman, which I can tell you right now I'm never going to finish the Riddler missions, because I thought all it was that the premise is that Catwoman's locked in this orphanage that the Riddler's rigged up with all these, riddles and tests and puzzles and stuff that you have to go through, and they're team tests, and you can switch back and forth to do them. And I thought that's all it was going to be, is you just do all of those, and there's 9 of them, and then you're done.
Right.
You release her and you're done. And then, maybe you fight him or something. No, you do all 9. And then he comes up and he's like, "I'll fight you, Batman, but only after you solve every riddle in the city." And I'm like, okay, you just run along then, Riddler, because that's never going to happen. That's a thing about me with games, is that as soon as a game becomes work, I'm done with it. As soon as I stop having fun with it and it becomes a grind, I'm done with it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I get that.
And that's exactly what that would turn into if I had to fly around that entire huge map and find all of the Riddler trophies and riddles that he's placed in different buildings and stuff.
So you didn't collect all the orbs in Crackdown?
No.
I did.
No. And see, I've never had that ambition about a game.
Yeah.
I've had that ambition about many other things. never had that ambition about a video game.
Sure.
To just sit there for hours to do one menial task.
Yeah, whenever I cared about achievement points, I was more prone to doing that kind of thing.
And granted,
I haven't cared about that stuff in a
I
while.
was more inclined to do things like that when I cared about achievement points. So I was like, I'm gonna 100% this game and I'm gonna get 1,000 achievement points. It's gonna be great. And then I'd get to like 800 and I'd be like, no, I'm done. I'm fine.
I already know what the next thing I'm gonna do that with, though.
What? Fallout?
Collecting the little figurines for Fallout 4.
Yeah, and see,
I
like,
know it's gonna be in there.
I'm gonna play the shit out of Fallout 4, but I will not do that.
Oh, I will.
I will start another character, another story before I go around and collect all those figures.
Yeah, but you get like,
because like
I actually get character improvements from getting those.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but you know, I'm sure I would get more XP and character improvements on my Batman character if I went and solved all those riddles.
That's true.
But it's not worth it to me. Right. And I love the Arkham games. I bought every collector's edition available for them, and I've played through each of them like twice. And so, you know, I love those games, but I can't because I would hate the game, and that's not something I want to do. Right. Like if it becomes work and a grind and just I got to do this, then what's the point? Because I play video games to relax, you know, and like unwind and do something to get my mind off of, you know, other stressful stuff. I don't want to sit there for hours like it's my other job.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I totally get you on that.
So, you know, I just can't do that. But other than that, I really love the game. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean,
I'm glad it turned out to be what you wanted it to be.
Oh, it did, and the story was so good. I was really impressed with the whole thing. But it's just
how far do you think you're into it now, like percentage wise?
Oh, it tells you your percentage. I'm like 100% of the story. I've done all the Penguin missions. I've done like 3 of the 4 Two-Face missions, which is just stopping bank robberies essentially. And I've 100%ed like one other little thing, and I think I'm like 50 or 52% or something like that of the total. And so there's a lot to do in that game.
Yeah,
like
if you've 100% of the story and you're really only halfway through the.
Oh yeah, and if you just 100% the story, you're maybe 40%.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bunch of stuff.
So have you played the Harley Quinn stuff yet?
No, I haven't. I have it, but I just haven't played through it yet.
Okay.
And I also heard that it wasn't very good too.
Oh, that sucks.
I heard that it was kind of lame. The Play as Harley Quinn DLC,
which
is good. It's good because we didn't pay for it. Everyone got it for free. So.
I know, but it's still one of those things. It's like it's a cool character.
It's a disappointment. It's kind of like you guys with your whatever that you just spent 5,000 gold on an ESO, and then you figure.
Oh, but that wasn't that's not a lost cause.
Oh, really? I didn't read the rest of it.
I found it.
Oh, you found the way to actually get the what are they called? The heraldries or something.
The heraldry.
Yeah, the little designs on your chest plates.
Yeah,
which is cool, you know. But like when Sam said that, I was like, "Oh, you ball washing."
Yeah, like, yeah. It wasn't that bad. I mean, all you have to do is you go to. It's the one thing that is available for you to purchase without having 50 people in your guild.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
It's the only thing. But it doesn't just show up. You have to do you have to do like a blank search, and it comes up as the only thing.
Okay. Here's something.
Yeah.
Who knows 50 people?
Well, I mean, it's in these MMOs. I mean, some of the guilds have hundreds and hundreds of members.
I mean, I guess, but like, I mean, because like I remember
people are doing it because, Brick, I can run through the city, and different guilds have their own little vendor, like a cart, the vendor there, and you can buy stuff from their guild vendor. Stuff that they'd adventured in.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool. If you can,
but 50 members, like I just wish it was lower.
You're just recruiting random people.
I
at
guess.
that point.
Because yeah, like it would take a lot.
Well,
I mean, because
think
who
about it.
knows 50 people that play the same game they do.
Right,
like,
but at
personally.
the same point, if we still had like all the original PGL crew
You think we
and
could
a few of their friends, like if everybody brought in, you know,
a couple people, you think that we could bust 50?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Was the PGL crew really that big?
No, but stuff I'm saying is like, if we really wanted to do it, we could, just by creating silver accounts.
For
Because
other
I have
characters.
my main account in 3 silvers. I'm 4 people.
Oh, you have 3 silvers for other people in the house and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
For guest accounts, I've got one for the Lobbycast, and then I've got 2 guest accounts to for use in the house.
And so you just use those to create
I mean, we could
characters.
technically do it
If we just all created like 10 silver accounts.
right. And it's even easier if you're talking about characters and not actual accounts, because if I put all 4 of my accounts on there and each one has 8 characters, that's 32.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's probably individual accounts. But still, if each one of us had like 6 silver or 5 silver accounts and put it on there, then, you know, we'd be really close.
Yeah. And we could, I mean, that's
6 silver accounts each, and we definitely have it. But
well, yeah,
you know,
because I mean, it's you, it's Sam, Lou, Jordan,
Will,
Aaron, Will. So it's 6. It's 6 people.
Yeah. And I think Aaron may be a silver account that's running through Will's gold.
Yeah. And so that's 6 people already.
Yeah.
And then if we created
So I mean, it's doable. You don't actually have to know that many people, but probably most of the guilds out there
are just randos.
Yeah. And you know, we could recruit if we wanted just random knuckleheads in
yeah, but I don't like other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even digital other people.
Right.
I mean, this is
we could you know get people from PGL and from seasoned gamers.
Yeah, like Matt would probably be down to do it. Yeah. I don't know how much he played of like Elder Scrolls or anything.
Yeah.
If he'd be interested in it, but he might be.
Oh yeah.
And you know, there's
it's doable.
Etc.
Yeah, it's completely doable. So if we get there, then great. If not, you know, it's not a big deal. But being able to like take those items and sell them in your own guild store is kind of a cool deal.
That is kind of neat.
Yeah, because they're just like any vendor on the boardwalk or whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I might get ESO today.
All right.
Watch me go and then buy Handsome Jack.
Whatever you get, I mean, you're going to be happy with that. I mean, Handsome Jack, you love Borderlands, so Handsome Jack's going to be great.
I know, but I'm going to change my mind like 7 times before I get to the store. Yeah, I won't even know what I'm getting until I walk in.
Flip a coin once you get there. And then walk out the front door, walk right back in,
and return it.
Can I switch this?
Can I just swap this out, please? I literally was just here. I mean, you saw me. I was the guy that was frantically talking to himself in the corner. So I mean,
it's kind of like that.
I swear this is my final decision. Then I'll return it again. Okay, for God's sake, can you just get both? Can you do that? But I really feel like I should make a decision for myself.
Yeah. And then you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the Microsoft store because they've got this really good deal where you can.
So actually, can I just get a full refund on this? And I'll leave you alone forever. I'm sorry.
Because then I'd have that $50 gift card plus this $50 gift card plus
another $50. Yeah. Plus another $50 that I would have because I could just take it as cash.
Right.
And then another free game. So I'm like, actually, I think that's the better decision.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
Thank you so much. I would have never come to this conclusion without you.
That's That's awesome. All right, well let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. We've got a barbecue type deal, a dinner of some sort to go to, a social gathering at the very least.
A social gathering.
Yep, true story. Probably gonna see some people that we went to Jamaica with tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
No, it's not, you liars. I just got an email from GameStop that said your copy of Batman Arkham Knight is waiting. You lying bastards. No, it's not, because
we're just gonna go ahead and cut this off
because
this is gonna go on for a while.
You canceled the Batman